Everyone tells you to launch on Product Hunt. I did. It got me a backlink and basically nothing else. Turns out most of the channels people recommend for your first SaaS customers are either dead or dying. I spent a year testing 8 of them with DMChamp. I'm gonna rank them from worst to best, and the one that actually worked is not the one you'd expect. 2 channels, both popular, both recommended by everyone you follow, and both come with fine prints nobody talks about. Number 8, Product Hunt. Every how to launch your SaaS guide on the internet says to do it. Every indie hacker forum says to do it, so I did it. You know what I got? A backlink, a bunch of upvotes from other founders, some nice comments, and basically 0 paying customers. The audience of Product Hunt is other founders. They're browsing, they're not buying, they're scrolling through the list, looking at your product thinking, hey, that's cool, and then moving on to the next one. They're doing exactly what you do when you go on Product Hunt. Only half of founders who launch on Product Hunt see any increase in registrations at all, and the ones who do is temporary. The traffic has the worst retention of any channel measured. Product Hunt is a vanity launch. It feels like a launch because you get upvotes and comments. People congratulate you. It looks like momentum, but upvotes don't pay the bills, and the people upvoting you are other founders, not your customers. Upvotes feel like customers? They're not. And the gap between feeling like you launched and actually getting someone to pay you is where most SaaS founders get stuck for months. So try the next thing everyone recommends, AppSumo. The numbers looked great at first, about $20,000 gross. That sounds like a win. Then the refund rate, 40%. Net after refunds, about 15,000. 300 users down to about 200. And every single one of them paid once, lifetime deal. They're never paying again. Those 200 users are now your support queue. They paid once, they'll email you when something breaks, they'll request features. That's the deal with lifetime deals. You get real users and real revenue upfront, but you're not building recurring income for them. You get real users and real revenue upfront, but you're not building recurring income from them. And the platform has gotten really strict now, harder to get listed, more competition. This channel might be dead for new SaaS products entirely. The one thing AppSumo does give you is feedback. Those users actually test your product, they click on everything, they find bugs you didn't know existed, they tell you what's missing. It's a perfectly fine channel, just understand what you're signing up for. But here's what actually went wrong. I didn't just try these two, I tried everything once, a little bit of Product Hunt, a little bit of AppSumo, a little bit of ads, a little bit of LinkedIn. Sound familiar? So let me sum this up. Product Hunt gave me a backlink and nothing else. AppSumo gave me $15,000, 200 users, and incredible feedback. Both have their place, but neither one is a set and forget it growth engine. 2 channels down, the next 2 actually work, just not when you're starting out. And the reason has nothing to do with the channels themselves. $20 per click, people searching for the cheapest option. That was my Google Ads experience. Paid ads sound logical, you pay money, you get customers. Simple, except it's not simple. It's an entire operation masquerading as a channel, and most founders figure that out after they've burned through their first few $1,000s. $20 per click on Google, and the people clicking, they're comparison shopping, searching for the cheapest option. You're paying premium prices to reach bargain hunters. I also have tons of experience with meta ads, Facebook, Instagram, the whole thing. And what makes it hard isn't the platform, it's the ecosystem around it. You need to know how to write the ads, you need the creative, the landing page, the follow-up sequence, the retargeting. Each one of those is its own skill. Most people think I'll just run some ads like it's one thing. It's not. It's 5 things, and each one takes months to get decent at. It's not a channel, it's a full-time job, and the costs keep climbing. Cost per click went up for 87% of industries in 2025. You're competing against companies with dedicated marketing teams and 6-figure ad budgets. Every dollar you spend on ads before you understand your numbers is a dollar you're gambling, not investing. You don't know your churn rate yet, you don't know your lifetime value, you don't even know if a customer is going to stick around for 3 months, and you're paying to acquire them before you have any of those answers. That's not a strategy, that's hope. So what about the free version of this, SEO? Here's the deal with SEO, you can't even really track it. You get traffic, sure. How do you know that specific visitor leads to a sale? You can't. The attribution is broken. It's been broken for years, and AI is making it worse. 0-click results, AI overviews eating your clicks. The traffic that used to go to your website now that's summarized by ChatGPT and nobody clicks through. Even if attribution worked, SEO takes 6 to 12 months to show results. Your first customers need to come faster than that. 4 channels down, Product Hunt, AppSumo, paid ads, SEO. Not one of them got me my first recurring paying customer. You probably already see why. 4 channels that sound smart but don't work when you're at 0. Every single one of them either costs too much money, takes too long, or can't even prove it works. The next 3 are the opposite. They're not exciting. Nobody's making YouTube videos telling you to do them, but they cost nothing and they actually convert. Everything above costs money or time you don't have. Everything below costs effort, and when you're starting out, effort is the one thing you actually have. 3 channels left, all free, all require work instead of money. None of them get recommended in the typical how to launch guide. Starting with the easiest one, number 4, affiliate programs. Not really a channel, more like a mechanism. You set it up and you forget about it. Takes 30 minutes, costs you nothing. Just means someone else gets a cut when they refer a customer to you. Not your main strategy, a passive layer that sits alongside whatever you're actually doing. You'd be stupid not to have it running, but don't mistake it for a growth strategy. It's not going to get you your first customer on its own. Number 3, LinkedIn. I covered LinkedIn in the last video. It works. 10 to 25% reply rates compared to 1 to 5% on cold email. If you haven't set up your profile yet, go watch that video. Number 2 is cold email. The AppSumo's first paying customer came from a cold email. I covered that story already. What I didn't cover is why cold email works even when the numbers look terrible. 3 to 4% reply rate. That means you send 100 emails and 3 or 4 people respond. That's it. Out of 100 sounds brutal, but those 3 or 4 people are real conversations with real potential buyers. Not impressions, not clicks, not upvotes, conversations. Someone actually read what you wrote and chose to respond. That's a fundamentally different thing. Think about what every other channel gives you. Product Hunt gives you upvotes from founders who are browsing, not buying. Ads give you clicks from people comparison shopping for the cheapest option. SEO gives you traffic you can't even track. Cold email gives you a conversation with someone who read your message and chose to respond. That's a completely different quality of lead. The difference between a click and a conversation is the difference between a metric and a customer. Most founders optimize for metrics because metrics feel like progress, but metrics don't pay your bills, which is why so few people actually do this. Notice how none of these are revolutionary. Setting up an affiliate program, sending cold emails, posting on LinkedIn. None of this is glamorous. None of this is going to get you on a TechCrunch article. And that's exactly why most founders don't do it. They'd rather try a little bit of everything. Product Hunt 1 week, AppSumo the next, maybe run some ads, maybe try some SEO, maybe post on LinkedIn for a week and then stop. Always moving, never going deep. And 6 months later, they've tried 8 channels and committed to 0. Every successful SaaS founder I know picked one of these and went all in. 0 of them tried all 8. You probably already know which one you should pick. You're just not doing it yet. 3 free channels all work. Affiliate is passive, LinkedIn is covered, cold email is direct and measurable, but none of them compound. They work as long as you're actively doing them. Stop sending emails, stop getting customers. Stop posting on LinkedIn, stop getting replies. The moment you stop, the leads stop. There's one channel left, the one I ranked number 1, and it's different from everything else on this list because it doesn't stop working when you stop. A company called Cluely hit $100,000 in monthly recurring revenue without spending $1 on ads. All organic, all content, all free, no ad budget, no sales team, no outbound, just content that went viral and kept compounding. Every other channel on this list stops working when you stop. Ads stop when you stop paying. Cold email stops when you stop sending. SEO takes months and you can't track it. Content is different and I want to show you why. Every piece of content you create is a permanent asset. It doesn't disappear. A LinkedIn post from 6 months ago still gets views. A YouTube video from a year ago still gets clicked. A Twitter thread from last quarter still gets shared. Nothing else on this list does that. Ads disappear the moment you stop paying. Emails are one and done. Content stays. Cold email is 1-to-1. You send 100 emails, you get 4 conversations. That's it. Content is one to many. You create one piece of content and 1,000 people can see it. 10,000, 100,000. You do the same amount of work, but the reach is completely different. The difference between 1-to-1 and 1-to-many isn't just efficiency, it's leverage. Cold email scales linearly, content scales exponentially, and at 0 budget, leverage is the only advantage you have. I'll be honest, I never actually did content for the AppSumo. We grew through other channels, and that's one of my biggest regrets because every founder I've watched who did commit to content eventually hit the point where customers started coming to them instead of the other way around. I didn't do it, I should have. Now sometimes content hits fast, one post goes viral and you're off to the races. Clearly did it in weeks, but most of the time it doesn't happen like that. You post for weeks and nothing happens, no likes, no comments, no leads, and you start thinking maybe you should try ads instead, or AppSumo or Product Hunt, something that gives you a number today. The difference is what you do after each post. Most people just post and hope. That doesn't work. You have to look at every single post and ask, why did this one work? Why didn't that one? What was different? And then you adjust, you iterate, you stop posting the same thing that gets 0 traction and you do more of what actually lands. That's the real work, not just posting, analyzing, adjusting, and posting again. And that's exactly why dabblers never get there. They don't do the work, they post randomly for a few weeks and nothing happens, and they switch to a different channel instead of figuring out why it's not working. The reason most founders try everything and commit to nothing isn't because they can't pick, it's because picking one channel means accepting that the other 7 won't save you, and that's scary because if you go all in on content and it doesn't work, you've got nothing to blame except yourself. No platform to blame, no algorithm to blame, just you and your commitment. Dabbling is comfortable because you always have another channel to try next. Organic content is the winner. It's free, it compounds, it's one to many, and it turns you from someone chasing customers into someone customers come to. Pick one platform, not three, not two, one. Post about what you're building, what you're learning, what's breaking. Give it a real shot before you judge it. That's it. The channel is the easy part. What you actually do after you pick it, the first 90 days, the post is scheduled, the mistakes that kill momentum. That's where most people fall apart. Paid channels, product hunters are backlink, AppSumo is real money and real feedback but not recurring. Paid ads cost too much before you know your numbers. SEO takes too long and you can't track it. Affiliates sit in the background. LinkedIn and Codimo work, but they stop when you stop. Organic content is the only one that compounds. Even now, I have to remind myself that doing one channel well takes real effort and real time. You can't do a mediocre job on 3 channels and expect results from any of them. Pick one, go deep. That's the whole game. You know which channel to pick now, but knowing which channel and actually executing on it for 6 months are 2 completely different problems. The first 90 days after you launch are where most SaaS products die. Not from the product, not from the market, from the founder losing momentum. What you do in those 90 days, and the one mistake that kills more SaaS products than anything else, is exactly what the next video covers.